Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I'm Chandni and now news in detail. India's tally of COVID-19 cases jumped to 2,16,919 after 9,304 people tested positive for the virus infection. The country has also reported a staggering 260 deaths in the past one day, taking the death toll to 6,075. Meanwhile, Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare Harshvardhan pressed the need to ramp up testing in the national capital in view of the sharp spike in the number of COVID-19 cases and fatalities. Dr. Harshvardhan, who chaired a high-level meeting through video conferencing to review the preparedness for prevention and control of COVID-19, here extended the centre's full support to Delhi for the strengthening of health infrastructure and augmentation of testing facilities during the VC after a detailed discussion with the DMs, commissioners and mayors of Delhi. He said while some issues such as the density of population in many containment zones did not pose a serious challenge to the collective efforts of the administration, it was important to pool in resources and experience for a convergent action. The Home Ministry has blacklisted 2,550 foreign Tablighi Jamaat members who were staying in India during the nationwide coronavirus lockdown in violation of visa rules, and they would not be allowed to enter the country for 10 years. The action has been taken by the Home Ministry after various state governments provided details of the foreigners who were found to be illegally living in mosques and religious seminaries across the country. The Home Ministry has blacklisted 2,550 foreign Tablighi Jamaat members and banned their entry into India for 10 years. Action against the foreign Tablighi Jamaat members was first taken after over 2,300 people, including 250 foreigners belonging to the Islamic organization, were found to be living at its headquarters located at Delhi Nizamuddin soon after the nationwide lockdown was announced in March. Several of these members had tested positive for coronavirus. Amid economic impact of COVID-19 and future global challenges, India and Australia decided to share the benefits of scientific and medical research and development, strengthen healthcare system to respond effectively in preventing the global pandemic. The joint statement on comprehensive strategic partnership between India and Australia was issued after the two Prime Ministers Narendra Modi and Scott Morrison participated in an India-Australia's leader virtual summit. The 12-point joint statement dwells at length upon enhancing cooperation between the two countries in fighting terrorism, enhancing defense and maritime cooperation, and strengthening people-to-people contact and boosting economic cooperation. After the virtual summit, India and Australia also signed 7 MOUs in the area of cyber technology, science and technology, defense mutual logistics support, and water resource management, public administration, and governance reforms. US Ambassador to India Ken Jester tendered an apology for the incident of desecration of Mahatma Gandhi's statue outside the Indian Embassy in Washington. According to reports, the incident took place when the ongoing protest in the US turned violent on the ensuing night of June 2nd and 3rd. The desecration was carried out by some unruly elements in the mob. US has been grappling with severe protest in response to the May 25 death of George Floyd, an unarmed black man who died in police custody after a Minneapolis officer knelt on his neck on the street for more than 8 minutes. Benchmark equity indices closed in the red on Thursday as investors pocketed gains after a six-session rally amid lackluster global cues. Banking and finance stock led the decline, while a depreciating rupee also weighed on sentiment. After swinging 599 points during the day, the 30-share BSE Sensex settled 128.84 points or 0.38% lower at 33,980.70. Likewise, the NSE Nifty slipped 32.45 points or 0.32% to close to 10,029.10. Asian Paints was the top laggard in the Sensex pack, falling 4.85%, followed by Bajaj Finance, HDFC, IndusLand Bank, Axis Bank, and Kotak Mahindra Bank. The gainers included Tech Mahindra, Sun Pharma, Bharti Airtel, and Power Grid, which climbed up to 5.34%. Banking stocks came under pressure after the Supreme Court sought the Finance Ministry reply on a petition seeking waiver of interest on loans during the moratorium period. The RBI has told the Apex Court that it would not be prudent to go for a forced waiver on interest, risking financial viability of the banks. The rapid rally in the world markets, fed by bets on a speedy global economic recovery, finally halted on Thursday as traders waited to hear how much more stimulus the European Central Bank plans to shovel over the address the coronavirus slump. BSE, BankX Finance, Capital Goods, Realty, Consumer Durables, and Industrials indices shed up to 2.70%, while Telecom, Tech, IT, Energy, Healthcare closed with gains up to 3.47%. Broader BSE, Mid-Cap, and Small-Cap indices slipped up to 0.06%. That is all for the today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Central News for more updates.